Almost nobody finishes strong. This question exposes shallow understanding. First question. What does model interpretability mean in machine learning? A. The ability to understand how a model makes predictions. B. The speed at which a model trains. C. The number of features used. D. The hardware required to deploy a model. Correct answer is A. The ability to understand how a model makes predictions. Second question. When is model interpretability most critical? A. When predictions affect high-stakes decisions. B. When datasets are very large. C. When training time is long. D. When models use deep learning. Correct answer is A. When predictions affect high-stakes decisions. Third question. What is a global interpretability technique? A. A method that explains overall model behavior. B. A method that explains a single prediction. C. A feature scaling approach. D. A regularization technique. Correct answer is A. A method that explains overall model behavior. Fourth question. What is a local interpretability technique used for? A. Explaining individual predictions. B. Model deployment. C. Model monitoring. D. Data cleaning. Correct answer is A. Explaining individual predictions. Fifth question. Which model is generally more interpretable by design? A. Linear regression. B. Deep neural networks. C. Gradient boosting. D. Large random forests. Correct answer is A. Linear regression. Sixth question. What information do feature importance methods provide? A. Relative contribution of features to predictions. B. Model accuracy. C. Data leakage detection. D. Feature scaling parameters. Correct answer is A. Relative contribution of features to predictions. Seventh question. What is a limitation of feature importance scores? A. They may not capture feature interactions. B. They reduce model accuracy. C. They require labeled data. D. They only work for regression. Correct answer is A. They may not capture feature interactions. Eighth question. Why can highly interpretable models still perform poorly? A. They may underfit complex patterns. B. They always overfit. C. They ignore labels. D. They require more data. Correct answer is A. They may underfit complex patterns. Ninth question. When would you prefer interpretability over accuracy? A. When decisions must be explainable to stakeholders. B. When training time is limited. C. When data is noisy. D. When features are correlated. Correct answer is A. When decisions must be explainable to stakeholders. 10th question. What is a common risk of misinterpreting interpretability outputs? A. Drawing causal conclusions from correlations. B. Improving model robustness. C. Reducing bias. D. Enhancing generalization. Correct answer is A. Drawing causal conclusions from correlations. 11th question. What is the main purpose of exception handling in software systems? A. Gracefully managing runtime errors. B. Improving algorithm accuracy. C. Optimizing memory usage. D. Reducing code length. Correct answer is A. Gracefully managing runtime errors. 12th question. Why is broad exception catching often discouraged? A. It can hide bugs and make debugging harder. B. It slows down execution. C. It increases memory usage. D. It breaks compilation. Correct answer is A. It can hide bugs and make debugging harder. 13th question. What is a best practice when handling exceptions? A. Catching specific exception types. B. Catching all exceptions silently. C. Logging nothing. D. Rethrowing every exception. Correct answer is A. Catching specific exception types. 14th question. When should exceptions be logged? A. When they provide useful diagnostic information. B. Only during development. C. Never in production. D. Only when they crash the system. Correct answer is A. When they provide useful diagnostic information. 15th question. What is a common mistake in exception handling? A. Swallowing exceptions without action. B. Using too many try blocks. C. Using logging libraries. D. Adding comments. Correct answer is A. Swallowing exceptions without action. 16th question. Why should exception messages be informative? A. They help diagnose and fix issues quickly. B. They reduce runtime errors. C. They improve performance. D. They enforce coding standards. Correct answer is A. They help diagnose and fix issues quickly. 17th question. What should be avoided inside exception handlers? A. Complex recovery logic unrelated to the error. B. Input validation. C. Basic cleanup. D. Code comments. Correct answer is A. Complex recovery logic unrelated to the error. 18th question. How do exceptions differ from expected control flow? A. They represent unexpected error conditions. B. They replace conditional logic. C. They improve readability. D. They reduce branching. Correct answer is A. They represent unexpected error conditions. 19th question. When is rethrowing an exception appropriate? A. When higher level logic should decide how to handle it. B. When logging is unavailable. C. When performance matters. D. When code simplicity is required. Correct answer is A. When higher level logic should decide how to handle it. 20th question. What can poorly handled exceptions cause in production? A. Silent failures and unstable systems. B. Faster execution. C. Higher accuracy. D. Cleaner logs. Correct answer is A. Silent failures and unstable systems. 21st question. What problem do SQL window functions address? A. Calculations across related rows without collapsing results. B. Faster joins. C. Removing duplicates. D. Creating indexes. Correct answer is A. Calculations across related rows without collapsing results. 22nd question. When are window functions preferred over group by? A. When row-level detail must be preserved. B. When reducing result size. C. When filtering data. D. When joining tables. Correct answer is A. When row-level detail must be preserved. 23rd question. What does partition by define in window functions? A. The grouping for calculations. B. The output order. C. The join condition. D. The index usage. Correct answer is A. The grouping for calculations. 24th question. Why is order by important in window functions? A. It defines the calculation sequence. B. It improves query speed. C. It enforces constraints. D. It removes duplicates. Correct answer is A. It defines the calculation sequence. 25th question. Which task is well suited for window functions? A. Ranking rows within groups. B. Schema normalization. C. Data ingestion. D. File export. Correct answer is A. Ranking rows within groups. 26th question. What happens if order by is omitted in ranking functions? A. The result order becomes undefined. B. The query fails. C. The partition is ignored. D. The table is locked. Correct answer is A. The result order becomes undefined. 27th question. What is a common misuse of window functions? A. Expecting them to reduce row counts. B. Using multiple partitions. C. Adding indexes. D. Ignoring null values. Correct answer is A. Expecting them to reduce row counts. 28th question. How do window functions impact result size? A. They keep the original number of rows. B. They reduce rows per group. C. They duplicate rows. D. They remove nulls. Correct answer is A. They keep the original number of rows. 29th question. When should window functions be avoided? A. When simple aggregation is sufficient. B. When data is ordered. C. When ranking is needed. D. When joins are required. Correct answer is A. When simple aggregation is sufficient. 30th question. What performance issue can window functions introduce? A. High cost for large ordered partitions. B. Index corruption. C. Data duplication. D. Schema locking. Correct answer is A. High cost for large ordered partitions. 31st question. What does calibration of a probabilistic model ensure? A. Predicted probabilities match observed outcomes. B. Probabilities sum to 1. C. Low variance predictions. D. Faster convergence. Correct answer is A. Predicted probabilities match observed outcomes. 32nd question. Why is probability calibration important? A. Decisions depend on reliable probability estimates. B. It increases accuracy. C. It simplifies training. D. It reduces feature count. Correct answer is A. Decisions depend on reliable probability estimates. 33rd question. Which model type is often poorly calibrated? A. Tree-based ensemble models. B. Logistic regression. C. K-means clustering. D. PCA. Correct answer is A. Tree-based ensemble models. 34th question. What does an overconfident model indicate? A. Probabilities are too extreme relative to reality. B. The model is unbiased. C. The model underfits. D. The data is clean. Correct answer is A. Probabilities are too extreme relative to reality. 35th question. Which method is commonly used to calibrate probabilities? A. Platt scaling or isotonic regression. B. Data augmentation. C. Feature selection. D. Early stopping. Correct answer is A. Platt scaling or isotonic regression. 36th question. How is calibration quality typically evaluated? A. Using calibration curves or Breyer score. B. Using accuracy only. C. Using recall only. D. Using confusion matrices. Correct answer is A. Using calibration curves or Breyer score. 37th question. When can calibration reduce model usefulness? A. When applied incorrectly on training data. B. When probabilities are needed. C. When data is balanced. D. When cross-validation is used. Correct answer is A. When applied incorrectly on training data. 38th question. Which use case benefits most from calibrated probabilities? A. Risk-based decision-making. B. Unsupervised clustering. C. Dimensionality reduction. D. Feature engineering. Correct answer is A. Risk-based decision-making. 39th question. What is a common sign that a calibrated model is misaligned in production? A. Predicted probabilities no longer match observed event rates. B. Higher training accuracy. C. Faster inference time. D. Lower feature importance variance. Correct answer is A. Predicted probabilities no longer match observed event rates. Last question. All or nothing. 40th question. When should a probabilistic model be recalibrated? A. When data distribution or decision thresholds change. B. After every training epoch. C. Only when accuracy drops to 0. D. Only for tree-based models. Correct answer is A. When data distribution or decision thresholds change. How far did you make it in this quiz?